Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's Sybil. I am Sybil Wilkes, and it's Ladies' Night. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello, Aprylete, Miss Aprylete Day.
At Miss, I love it. No, it is Aprylete Day. We love a good Thursday.
Yes, we do.
I like Thursday because I like the acronym for So Happy It's Thursday. Um, so I'm glad you guys are here.
Oh, I had to think about that. I'm like,
Me,
it's KIP. That's clever.
me too, Aprylete. Forget you, Sybil.
I was reminded by our friend Justice who sent me that text today. So as Auntie Sybil likes to say, so happy it's Thursday or Friday Eve, but I really do love the acronym. Are y'all good? Aprilette, how's your week been?
Week has been week has been well today. Okay, so do you guys know the saying like shoe fly don't bother me?
I remember the song.
Shoot
Yes,
fly, don't you bother me.
exactly. So
Fly,
had
don't
my
you bother me.
I
Shoot
had my
fly,
patio
don't
open.
you bother me. Okay, sorry.
Let's get to it.
Got
But
caught up.
I have my patio open and I don't have a
Uh,
screen.
uh,
Baby, the biggest, nastiest, most disrespectful fly flew into my house. And I don't have a fly swatter or anything like that. I didn't know how to get this fly. It was so big, so
like
nasty.
ow, like that.
Long story short, what I did was take some Lysol and then I just kind of sprayed it down to get the wings
Sprayed
up.
it to death.
Yes, and oh my goodness, it drove me nuts for about 2 hours. That's
Was it disturbing to you and the dog, or just you?
Gucci was scared because I was walking around with the shoe trying to, and Gucci was just like, "What's
Well,
going
what I do?
on?"
Oh,
So yeah, that drove me nuts today.
so did that mean you're going to go down to your apartment complex office and ask about screens?
You know what? That's a good idea. I didn't think about asking them about screens. I was just thinking just order something on Amazon, but that's my first. That's a good idea. Yeah, I should ask them for sure.
The apartment didn't come with the screen.
Mm-mm.
That
No.
does, but that doesn't mean that they didn't have them. Somebody got rid of it and they just never replaced it.
Oh, okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
just wondering. I'm
All
just.
right. I was being a smart ass. I don't know.
Is that what you
It,
were doing?
it won't hurt to ask if they
I
have
mean,
good
I'm
stuff.
not a smart ass on the level of you, Sybil, but I do
Well,
what I can.
well, I am professional, so
Oh, professional.
Sybil Wilkes, professional smartass. Yes,
Yes, you are.
yes, yes,
And
I
you
am.
mastered it, my friend.
I have. It's taken many years to get here, but I have reached the supreme level of smartassedness. Yes,
The
yes,
girls are
yes,
here. The girls are here.
yes, yes. Yolanda, how's Lawler?
So,
We always talk about Ramsey, but now Lawler has.
so Lala is a year older than Ramsey. They both are rescues. We're thinking Well, we know that Ramsey was born in 2013, so we're thinking Lala was. The vet. They don't know. They said that he's about a year older.
Mm,
So that makes him what 11, 12
mm-hmm.
times 7. So he was running last night, Aprilette, and he was chasing a cat.
Mm.
And he tore, or did he pull, Sybil, the ACL? I don't.
I
What do you do with that?
well, you tear.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a tear in my ACL. Wow.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that baby, he can't put any pressure on it.
Oh,
And
So,
tell an 84-year-old black man or a 12-year-old dog that you can't put any pressure on that leg.
and so he
And he's a
he
warrior. Oh
he
my
went to the
God.
doctor this morning, and
mm,
they kept him for like so. Ward got there like 8 o'clock this morning,
Hmm.
and didn't pick him up until 3 something.
Oh,
oh wow. Did I have to like put him to sleep or anything to kind
They had
of?
to sedate him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh baby, is it all wrapped up?
No, it's not wrapped up. They did the X-rays and they did see, but they said. So what's interesting, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. They said that they're not surprised that dogs like him are prone to that happening.
is
That
Mm,
it that kind of breed or just with that kind of
breed,
spirit? Oh, okay.
breed,
Got
yeah.
you.
That it was bound. to happen. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm
wow.
telling you, he still jumps up really high. Like Ramsey has slowed down and we have to give him pills every day.
Yeah.
Lawler, you would think he's a 2-year-old puppy. He is,
Wow.
if
He's
a
like
puppy,
they have levels in their backyard, and so Waller's all the way off the top, and Ramsey's at the bottom going.
That ain't for me.
yeah, it's just really
Amazing.
civil. I can't imagine not having Lawler here.
I know.
Didn't they put it in perspective when I took Gucci to the vet?
Yes.
I'm like, oh snap.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's a possibility that
Yeah. And it doesn't feel
that
good.
could happen.
You don't feel good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well,
And all he wants to do is like lay there in the house and lay there and have his belly rubbed. He's like he's the most affectionate dog. You know, Ramsey is his own quirky little character, but Lawler is like he's out in them streets, he's running, he's with Ward when Ward is out running and doing all that kind of stuff. But when he comes in, he just wants to be up underneath you and wants to have his belly rubbed.
Oh, Zach gave me some. Oh my God, I love hearing this.
Zach, it takes about 6 months to a year to heal. Dang, I'm gonna keep him in my prayers. Oh,
So
thank
that's
you,
good. We got
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah.
We got 6 months to let him heal. But the only thing about it is, we think that Lawler was the runt of the pack, whatever that means. He's just a smaller dog, so he's always very, very defensive. So whenever he's sick, it makes him aggressively defensive or defensively aggressive.
Right.
And so
he had one other engagement with another dog, and he was defending Ward, and this dog came at them, and Ramsey went into attack mode, and the dog seriously injured Lawler, like in his chest, and he had a deep wound.
Like a deep laceration.
He might be a little traumatized too.
No, he's not.
No, but
when he made it back to the house, he ran after the dog, and it's a pit bull. So he ran after that pit bull like it was
right. He was
now he gets skunked often. You would think after skunk number 13, he would be like, "I'm not going near the skunk,"
but he's like, "Nah."
He's like, I'm going after him. It's in my blood. I'm in attack mode. He's not that way with people necessarily, but with other animals, he definitely is.
So thank you for asking, Sybil.
Oh, because I love him so much. I love both of them. I love Ramsey more, but I love Lawler because Lawler is just so he just lays there, and then when you stop rubbing his belly, he goes,
"Yep," he'll tap you like,
more, give me more. So that's what's going on around us. We are here to talk about the events of the day as well as what's going on in our newsletter, the What You Need to Know newsletter. Aprylete Russell Miss Aprylete is our mental health and wellness contributor, and it gives us lots of great information every week as she comes across it across the news wires. And today, Aprylete writes about equal mental health care for female veterans. I was going to say female vets, and then no, we've already talked about the animal thing. It has nothing to do with veterinarians. This is about female veterans, right?
Yes, and statistics are showing that females are the fastest growing demographics when it comes to veterans. About 65,000 or 6,500. No, 65,000 women are veterans right now, and they're using the VA healthcare system. So there was a study that came out from the Disabled American Veterans, and they are saying that federal officials are overlooking specific mental health needs of women veterans, leaving a huge gap in available resources. So the reports are just showing that the necessity for targeted outreach programs isn't there. It is more geared towards male veterans. They're missing the mark with messaging. They're missing the mark with signages and things like that. They're saying that a lot of women veterans are unaware of the resources that are available because of those outreach programs.
Wow.
So I'm a little confused. Are we saying that is there a different messaging for women than men?
So, okay, I'll give an example. So one of the examples that they used was the Reach Vet program, and it is for veterans who to prevent suicide, and they're using messaging that are male focused. So they're not using messages for military sexual trauma assault or anything that has to do with reproductive
I
and
understand.
postpartum stress and things like that.
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
the women are not necessarily looking at those programs that like they're for them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And
Um, I really thought that that was something, April. Like that was what really struck me was it says that VA suicide prevention efforts do not include components on military sexual trauma, as you said, or postpartum adjustments
yes,
for those who just given birth, both of which increase the risk of suicide among female veterans.
absolutely.
Um, I know about, and we know about outside of the military. So why wouldn't it just come to? I don't know why it would not
Because
be.
men run the military.
But they have a lot of high-ranking women now, and women who have experienced sexual trauma, who have gone through postpartum events and things like that. And so
Mm-hmm.
you would think that they would, but maybe not enough. Maybe
Yeah.
not enough. Yeah.
Obviously, not enough, right?
Mm-hmm. And so the disabled American veterans, they have came up with like a 50 policies to go ahead and like talk to legislative officials to try to integrate with the VA. And so they're going to be meeting on April 1st and kind of talking about that and going through some policies to make some changes. So hopefully that will be a step in the next, the right direction.
On a lighter note, all they had to do was really watch a good Hallmark movie about veterans coming home and the women, and they would have seen the necessity for mental health programs.
It all
It
comes
comes
back.
back to
Oh,
Hallmark
love
movies. I'm telling you, I'm
it.
telling
Love
you,
it.
it
That's cool.
always comes back. Like women who have their dogs that are canine patrol and things like that, and then
Mhm.
they're separated from them, and they go through. They're separated from the armed services, and they're separated from their canine partner. It's quite traumatizing. Or having lost a human partner in
Mhm.
battle or whatever. I'm telling you,
Hallmark.
Hallmark movies. You
I
get
believe
lots of answers from that. Just like you can get it from the Real Housewives, you can get it from Hallmark movies.
might have a better chance from Hallmark than the Housewives. You're right.
Okay, well, bullying. You learn a lot about
Right.
bullying from the housewives. So those are the kinds of stories that we have in the What You Need to Know newsletter. We'd love to have you subscribe. Please go to sybilwilkes.com. Give us your name and your email address, and we'll have it in your email box every Monday through Friday morning. Your name and your email address. You don't have to give your birth date if you don't want to. If you do and you make a note, I'd like to have a shout out in the newsletter, we'll do that for you. But also, we'd love to have you when you get your newsletter. Please open it. The open rate is very important for us, as well as it's always a good time to give these as a subscription as a gift to someone. That is a great way for us to pass the word as we seek to inform and empower the African American community. Um, a story of interest to me, and maybe not so much to others, but it's one that I do follow closely, and especially as it relates to Black women. This case in Georgia, the Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is on trial, as it were. They the defendants that they have charged in the election interference case, including Donald Trump and a dozen other people. And one particular man has his attorney has looked into her past, into Fonnie Willis's past. And so they are seeking to disqualify her and take her off the case. So if they take her off the case, that means that the judge can determine that it goes to another county district, or he could keep someone within her department to take this case, or the case could go all way altogether. And this is one of the most important cases
Mm.
being brought against Donald Trump. And so the hope for people who want to see this go through is that the judge does not disqualify her because of her relationship with a man that she appointed as special prosecutor, and she had a personal relationship. And they're saying that there were use of funds because he was paid very well, and they're suggesting that he used this money and that she benefited from this money. But she, let us know she makes her own money. Her daddy also told us that.
Mhm.
But they're still digging and they're still trying to do it. But um, because the judge came out with some of the charges that he didn't think were quite, they were a little vague, according to the judge. And he said, because of this, we're going to kind of throw these charges out. But for the most part, some 30 of the racketeering and other charges in the election interference case are going to remain. So in my optimistic mind, I thought that's a good sign by saying,
Good sign for what?
for her that she will not be disqualified. And that was supposed to, when this ruling came down, they said the judge has made a decision. Everybody thought, okay, this is the Fonnie Willis decision, but this was really about certain number of the cases, 3 that applied to Donald Trump and 3 that applied to some of the other defendants. And so it was hopeful. I'm hopeful that this means that he will not disqualify her, as he is saying, not these particular, but you can refile and make it less vague and things like that. And so Myra J said, she's not feeling it. She's not feeling, and she's in Atlanta, so maybe she has a better sense of it. But I'm hopeful that when this decision comes down today, tomorrow, the next day, that he will not disqualify her, and that she will be able to maintain her position, as well as her, not just her position, but her position in this case, and will be able to go on. So that is one of the stories we talk about, as well as Aprylete, and as I mentioned, but also in our partnership with the American Heart Association, we're talking this next week or two about Life's Essential 8, the essential 8 things that you need to do in order to pursue a healthy life. Weight control, stop smoking if you do smoke, don't take it up if you don't. Smoking and vaping, the 2 things to quit tobacco, and it's linked to 1/3 of deaths from heart disease, and 90% of all lung cancers are as a result of smoking. Your good cholesterol, trying to maintain that. You're trying to maintain a healthy blood pressure, and your weight control and exercise, and these are all a part of Life's Essential 8. And so
sleep. Don't forget about sleep, because sleep is important too.
Thank you. Yes, it absolutely is, and something that I struggle with every day. But you're right, it is.
Stop saying that. Cancel.
We'll work on that. We go work on that.
We go speak that out of your life. No.
Erase. I have no trouble sleeping. I sleep like a log. I don't know what logs sleep like.
Sybil, before you move on with the Fonnie, J'Anthony Brown, Michael Stalwart let us know that
no, I can't.
Okay.
I can't. Thank you, Michael, but no, I can't mention the name of Jay's song.
Well, he just has a murder the hit. You don't have to.
It's very murderable.
Yeah. You don't have to murder it. Just go to his Instagram if you're interested. How about that as a tease?
And it refers to Fonnie Willis. Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Michael. And J'Anthony Brown, I don't know how much he paid you for that, but he will appreciate your mentioning that. It's filthy. So among other things, these are the things we have in our newsletter. And of course, as I mentioned, Aprylete is our mental health and wellness. Cameron Riley is our political contributor. His little sister, Quinn Townsend Riley, is our LGBTQ+, and Coy Malone is our social justice, as well as Black and Fit. That's from Cherie White. And also tomorrow we have our Black Business Spotlight Corner. So take a look at that. Always a great time, and a wonderful opportunity to see our folks in our communities around the country that have businesses that are quite successful and could use your patronage as well, along with the little known Black History Fact and the HBCU Corner. So we got chock full, and as I mentioned, birthdays. And I do want to mention a birthday that's coming up tomorrow is the late David A. Arnold's birthday. And David passed away a couple of years ago, and tomorrow would have been his 56th birthday, I think. But he is not a day goes by that someone doesn't mention David or in social media, and just one of the funniest men, and just a shout out and a hug to his mom and to his wife and daughters as they remember a very funny man. I was looking for my David Arnold T-shirt today, and I couldn't find it. But you know, get yourself one of these, as he would say about a family. It's not for the weak, as he would say. So let's move on to our a new segment. Yolanda,
Is it? Okay.
A new segment.
a new segment created by Yolanda Starks White. And Yolanda, what would you like to tell us about your new segment?
Well, I want to get to know you better, Sybil,
Ooh.
as well as you, Aprylete. And so
Ooh.
I decided to come up with Would You Rather. So I want to give you option, would you rather this or that or this or that? And I would love the participation from the audience, but we're going to go through them fast. So when you answer,
The first thing that comes to your mind.
you have to tell us why you chose that answer.
Oh, that's okay. You all in my business.
Yes, because I want to get to know you. Because
Uh,
I want to get to know you.
Ooh, yeah, no.
So, first of all, I just want to address AJ Mine Plus. The answer is 46%. That's just for him. Okay. So, going back. So, my first question is indicative of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I have a number of questions. And so, I'm going to ask you, answer, and tell me why. So, when you are in your special time, when you're having sex or making love, whatever it is you do you prefer lights on or lights off?
You
Oh,
went,
yeah,
you went out the gate.
I sure did. I got 20.
Go get my cocktail. I feel like
Okay, so wait. No, so the reason why I did this
this
is
for real. Okay.
no, when I first started, it was like coffee or tea. You know, and we're gonna get to those, but I had to start out with more of who I am, my personality.
Right.
Baby, hot. Okay.
Okay, Paulette, you start out. Lights on or lights off?
What was the
And why?
question?
When you're having sex, lights on or lights off? I can tell you, lights off for sure.
For me, oh, okay. So you got to say why.
Okay, say why.
Because there's just a lot of things that just don't need to be seen.
Okay, so when you were 25, lights on or lights off?
Oh, windows open, shades.
Well, that has changed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
For me, I am more mood. I'm a more mood, so it just depends on. It depends on the vibe. So I'm good with both. But I love to set a tone. Like I love to set a vibe. So it's like I'm candles, I'm incense, I'm all of those things. A little LED light. Like I like a vibe. So
Okay.
So it depends on the person or the mood.
Okay.
well, I mean, we only, doing those things with the right, but it definitely it's a mood.
It's a mood.
Okay. All right. I got some answers, Sybil.
Gwen Webb on Facebook, lights off. Don't want him to see my face.
If it's bad.
if it's bad.
Jesus.
High five on that, Gwen. Yeah. CM Williams on Facebook. I figured you. He's like, nah, I gotta see everything. Okay, all right, okay. Then I'm on date a blind man. Dad's Go Clothing on YouTube. Lights off because it's more romantic.
Aww. Okay.
And Yolanda.
I say lights on even now because I look better with my clothes off than on.
Period.
I look better naked. Like when you see my clothes on, you're like, she might be fat.
That's because she likes to wear these long little gowns.
But girl, when I take off these little gowns,
got it.
Wouldn't it be great if that were true?
That is so true. That is so true.
It's absolutely
I believe it. I believe it.
And it doesn't take but a second to go from this to this.
Hey, it's so delicious.
Hey, next question. Okay. All right, next question. Coffee or tea?
I'm tea. I'm tea because don't drink coffee. I do not like the taste of it, and I'm all for a warm beverage. But tea, there's so many different kinds, and I enjoy them all. Right now, I'm drinking this CBD Sleepy Time tea because, like Sybil, having a hard time sleeping, and it actually works. So yeah, I'm tea.
Okay. All right, Sybil. Coffee.
Coffee.
All day, every day.
Not all day. No, 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 no. I can't afford to do all day. I try to do one, and this is from this morning when I was working. But I do try to have a one good cup of coffee, and that's one of my objectives every day.
Oh, okay.
Is
Good.
part of a good laugh, a good cup of coffee, and to learn something new.
Right.
You?
Tea. I do not drink coffee, says Sylvia Crawford on
Okay. So
Facebook.
that's me too. I just don't drink coffee.
Tea.
And Aprylette, I keep trying. Sybil makes coffee look so good, and it smells good.
But baby, it
Yeah.
does not taste good.
And
But
it doesn't help me stay up.
man, what I do like is an espresso martini. I don't know what, like, I don't know. I don't know.
Aprylette, you are so funny.
Aprylette, I'm telling you, when we had that discussion last week before last about the different beverages,
I blew your top back. You didn't know that I was.
and I was talking with Justice. I was like, hold on for a second. There's something called a martini and coffee. And she's like, whoa, Yogi, just let it go. Like,
a lemon drop. What is? Because Yolanda likes a lemon head, but she's the lemon drop martinis were very foreign to her.
Wow. Okay. We got some more answers, but I got some. Okay. So here, would you rather vacation? Would you rather live, not vacation, but live with the view of the mountains or the ocean?
Ocean.
Why?
It's calming for me. Water is calming for me.
Mm-hmm.
But if I could have both,
you can only get one.
Then ocean. I say ocean too. A good body of water next to me, like that's what I need. Yeah.
The sounds and all of that. Yolanda?
So you know what? I immediately said ocean, but let me tell you why I say mountain.
I think you would say mountain too.
Yeah, I say mountain because just with my imagination, I just see a lot of different things when I see mountains. Like when we were in LA, it was just so magically beautiful so we lived in the valley, so we were surrounded by all these mountains. But like even with the way that I live, I love water. I can put like I have this beautiful pond, so I can get me some water. I got in my bedroom, I got 2 fountains. So I can always get that, but it is just something about the majesty of mountains.
Yeah, that's true.
I love that. Beautiful.
Yep. Let's see.
Pamela Sullivan on Facebook, mountain because the water don't always stay put.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Pamela. That's words to live by. The water don't always stay put.
I love that.
Michael Stallworth said, live with a view of the mountains because of the visual detail outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And C.M. Williams said,
as long as the water ain't too close, climate change. Williams on Facebook.
Somebody in LA, in Brentwood or somewhere, some rapper bought this house and we could see where it's about to fall over. They get one more good rain, it's gone.
Yeah, they're talking about that right now. The effects of the different types of weather. If I can just take a little weather break here, from one end of the country to the other, the rain is still an issue in California, and they are showing where one good earthquake or a torrential downpour, they show one person's house where the house is pulling away from the pool and the rest of the backyard. And they say they are just one event away from falling down the hill. Right now in Colorado, there are thunderstorms and hailstorms and several feet of snow.
Sybil, could we finish with my little thing?
I just wanted to do a little weather break. I'm just
saying. Sybil loves the weather. Girl, we can talk about weather all day with Sybil.
No.
Why are we not preparing? Huh?
That's why I always have a cup of coffee ready.
Okay, here we go. Michael B. Jordan or Damson Idris.
Oh,
I've met him,
You
baby.
have?
Yes, I did an interview with him when Snowfall first
Okay.
came out on the scene. We did like the whole premiere and things like that. And this is when John Singleton was still alive. Oh, rest his soul. So I got to meet the cast and everything. And he, oh Jesus.
Even back then, because that had to be 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
So he
He
had
was-
it back then.
Yes, he was, still a baby face. But I mean,
was it the accent?
I think it's the chocolateness, it's the accent, it's the stature because he's taller. I mean, he gives a little mystique to him. I feel like
Right.
Michael B. Jordan, he's like the boy next door. You know,
Right.
you kind of know what you're gonna get.
Right.
The
Sybil.
other one, yeah.
I'm not mad at the boy next door, and he seems very smart to me, Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, all right. She want to keep it safe. I like that. I love that.
Yeah, I say Damson as well.
Sure.
Woo! But yeah. Because Michael B. Jordan, like I even just saw him on an interview, bless his sweet little heart, where he was talking about he don't have anybody and how he want to be with
He
somebody.
really does. He
I
really
know.
does.
I know.
He's not making the right choices. So, I'm not saying I'm the choice. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying, I think he might be a little boring.
Boy next door. He's just safe. He's comfort. You know what I'm saying? No real mystique. No real what's the word? Spontaneity.
Also known as boring. Okay. Okay.
Yolanda, you want to show us the other picture of the other Elba or Idris?
Oh yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
You know he's coming.
Okay.
Okay, but before we do that,
Uh-huh.
think about this. And Aprylete, you're still here. Sybil, audience, would you rather be 15 again or 30 again?
Ooh, 15 was so much fun.
Huh?
15 was so much fun.
Aprylete? Wait, hold on. Sybil, why 15? Because why was 15 fun?
That was the best summer of my life. Before I turned 16, I lived out of the country, and there was a great deal of freedom. I was, learning.
Where'd you live, Sybil? Where'd you live?
Was this a cigar or a cigarette? It changes the vibe a little bit, It changes the vibe.
Shut up, Aprylete.
Or the other thing.
What about you? 15 or 30?
Well, I'm gonna have to say
Where you are now, or
right. It's kind of hard, but I'll say 30. I'll say 30.
Nice, good.
Yeah,
Good for you.
and I say that because I am more. Ooh. Okay, we're not about to do no therapy session. I'm just I'm gonna catch myself because y'all like to do it to me, and I'm gonna catch myself. By crying, and we'll get to talk.
And then the next thing you know, it'll be an espresso martini that Gucci is pushing towards her with his little paws.
Oh God, y'all are silly.
Goodness, yeah.
Well, I'm with who said this? I'm with this person.
Michelle Lynn Summerall, I turned 30. I'm not going back to school. It wasn't about the school. It was about
the school
the
thing. Oh my God. No,
I really had fun in high school.
Yep. God, school. I was just so ready to get done with that part
I
of
was
my
ready
life.
to get done with college because I just knew that I had to. I knew I had a certain amount of time and I needed to get done. And and I had 3 years to do it, and then I had to get out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sybil, let me throw this in here. And this is just the best I could come up with thinking.
Oh,
Idris
no.
Elba or Lenny Kravitz?
Oh, Lenny Kravitz.
Over Idris Elba?
Absolutely, all day.
Okay, why?
Have you seen Lenny Kravitz?
I mean, yes. But what? Okay, so outside of just like his appearance,
and it's really funny you mention this because I'm going to do an entertainment story about Lenny Kravitz. He is so incredibly creative. He is a really sensitive man in terms of to his family and his friends. His daughter, I'll tell you all about this, but he's a good friend. He's a good father, and he's just a good man, and he's got a body that just won't stop.
Damn, Sybil, you had a real answer. Oh my God.
I love
Well,
that.
it was more than, girl, he fine. Look at you, Sybil. God. Okay.
More than just a pretty face, Yolanda.
Okay. All right, Aprylette.
As Aprylette would say.
I love that. I don't know. I would say, I mean, because Sybil now got me thinking on some
I know, Sybil.
real
elevates the
character traits
conversation.
and real quality and stuff. But if we're just going by like, I'm gonna say,
And Aprylette, at your age, there's nothing wrong with ooh.
you know, just a little razzle dazzle. I'll go with Idris, and just for the ooh factor.
Just for the ooh factor.
Just for the ooh factor, yeah.
Yolanda.
Okay. Thank you, Aprylette. girl, Idris.
The ooh factor.
Hold on. It could be Idris, and you could just do a scroll and put a lot of different people in there, and Idris will win.
Everybody saying Idris?
Let's see.
And while you're looking, can somebody go get the picture?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Okay, Sybil.
Sylvia Crawford, she convinced me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those characters. That's what type of man we want.
He's I'm telling you.
I guess.
Charlotte Bowen Bellamy, Idris on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, so back, Aprylette, I've just had a wonderful opportunity to do different things. And so I in the positions that I've had, if it's something that I really wanted to do, I figured out how to make it happen. So I really wanted to meet Idris Elba. So when I was with Doug Banks and Dee Dee McGuire, we did this show called A Celebrity Takeover. And we had different personalities to come in and take over the whole show.
Like on a Friday, it was fun on Friday kind of thing, and they would have people.
And he clearly was one of them.
And he was one of them. And I'm telling you, he was everything that you could ever dream of.
Did he smell good?
Yes. Let's see. Can you see this picture? I can't show it.
Oh no.
Hold on.
So he was one of, and you know what, Aprylette? She's never done that with us with this show. She's never made anything like that happen. Yeah, you got to lift it up. There you go. Oh, you can see it a little bit. There's a reflection on the camera on his face. There you go.
There we go.
With Yolanda and Idris in the old Doug Banks studio.
Oh.
And honey, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was like my life could have really ended.
And her husband allows that picture in their bedroom.
Yes, he does.
It's like
he's one of a kind. I love him.
Shut up, Sybil. Well, probably because he knows that I really don't have a shot, so he don't.
He like, hang it up, baby. It's okay.
Right? He's like, "Go, you're so cute. Go on with that." I don't know, Sybil. Stephen Hill got Shantae Moore.
It's time for us to move on to trending.
Okay. God, I love you so much.
Stephen Hill got game.
Huh?
He got game.
Girl. Oh, look at the time. Sybil, we got to move on.
Check this out. Aprylette, I'm really curious. You as are you a Gen Xer, Gen Zer?
I'm definitely a millennial.
Oh, you're a millennial. Okay.
Yes,
Senator Bernie Sanders introduced a bill yesterday to establish a standard 4-day work week in the United States without any reduction in pay, meaning a 32-hour work week. The bill over a 4-year period would lower the threshold required for overtime pay from 40 hours to 32. So anything over 32 hours, you get overtime, and that would require a rate of 1.5 times the worker's regular salary for workdays longer than 8 hours, and would require overtime pay at double a worker's regular salary for workdays longer than 12 hours. You like that?
Honestly, with the work that I do,
If you were on a or on a hourly.
no. I like what it's about, right? It makes
Mhm.
sense. But for me and the work that I do, it's like I need my extra day because some deadlines, I'm like projects, I need time.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
and I'm just thinking that maybe I shouldn't be thinking about work as much as taking up all of my livelihood. But it's just like when I
Sybil,
think about projects and deadlines, I'm like, oh, I need some time.
Aprylete, hold
So,
on for a second. Close your
Mhm.
ears. This child is not a millennial. Don't stop asking her millennial questions.
I am a millennial. We
Okay.
were born in 1990, early 90s.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna need to see some credentials next
Okay.
time. I think
I don't
Yolanda's
know
right.
one young person that has that mindset. I think it's beautiful. And hold on, for the record,
You,
you're right.
yeah.
But not all y'all think right.
Well, I would say the Gen Zs are and the other ones behind me, but millennials they go all the way up to like they're 42, 40,
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah, mhm,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah.
I like the idea of the 32-hour week, but I'm like you, and I think that sometimes you just need the extra time to get things done. It would be great to be work for 4 days and then
Be
have a
paid.
3-day weekend. But I don't know any young people that think like you.
I don't either. I
I,
that's a
yeah, I don't know. I don't know either, honey.
Honey. Yolanda, what do you think?
well, you know me. I like to work, and I don't think that people are as productive as they need to be in the 40 hours that they currently do. I just don't think I get 40 hours out of you.
Right.
And so now you're gonna make it down to 32.
So in hindsight, it's really about 12. You
Right. No,
getting that
right.
twelve
For real. For
hours.
real. Because you got to get to work. You got to have your coffee. You got to talk.
Get
You
it
got to
on.
adjust your desk.
Mhm.
There's a whole lot of stuff you got to do before you actually do the work that you need to do.
That is true. And when you're creative, sometimes for me, I've noticed that it takes time to really get in my groove. Like I will be working on a script or something like that, and the best ideas come. I'm like, well, it's almost time for me to get off because
Oh,
like I
yeah.
have just now started to like get my juices going. So I mean, that's
So to be honest with you, Sybil, to be honest with you, I just wish that it was a situation that everybody can work and get the work done, what they
Hmm.
need to get done, and not worry about
yes.
the time
Clock.
and the clock. Yeah.
But would that ever be? No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And I think when you're the boss, Yolanda, that also makes a difference
Yeah. I guess so.
because I hadn't thought about this until we had our own company and how people prioritize their time and respect the time that
April,
they have.
Sybil called me the other night. She called me the other night about midnight. How come we don't have anybody that can edit tomorrow? I said midnight. I'm like, huh?
It's midnight.
Did I say it like that?
Yeah.
Probably.
That's
I
the
was
way you heard it.
I was quite surprised to even hear you even think like that because that's how I think. It's midnight. It's work to be done. Sybil always trying to find reasons and excuses where we don't have to work.
Mhm.
They're called holidays.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
I love it.
Yep.
Oh, too funny. Too very funny. All right. Here's some other stuff. I talked a little bit about weather, but please be careful. We're monitoring a storm in the central part of the country in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Yeah, it just started raining, Sybil.
Yeah. And hailstorm, as I mentioned, hailstorm with uh, the hail are as large as golf balls, they're
Ugh.
saying, are expected. And so please be careful. And the heat now coming to the East Coast. And so it's like one extreme to the other. The
Mm.
rain, the snow, the rain, and the heat. And it's more than a notion. And this is just March.
It's weather.
Yeah, it's weather. It's weather. Yeah. Whether or not you want to pay attention to it or not is up to you.
I see what you did there. I like it.
You like it? So what's it worth to you? This is a file putting this in this file. What's it worth to you? A Georgia woman died after she dropped an AirPod under a conveyor and got caught in a chain while searching for it last week. Elisa Drinkard was 21. She died Friday night during a shift at a club car plant, which manufactures golf carts and other vehicles. According to the incident report, a coworker told officials she got pinned under the machine after getting caught in the conveyor belt while trying to retrieve her AirPod. And we know how expensive AirPods they are, but sometimes you just got to think about the bigger picture. And and unfortunately, by the time they got to the people who to stop the conveyor belt and all of that,
she was
gone,
split in half.
God. Yeah.
That's hard.
And so it's just AirPods. Think about, like, oh, how long will it take me to get another pair of AirPods?
But you just don't think that could happen.
Don't.
You're right.
It'll never happen to you, right?
Yeah, but even in situations like that, I'm sure they go through like safety training and the manuals and stuff. And I know that wasn't on her mind at the time, but it's like that's why those things are in place, because I'm sure they've spoken about how unsafe,
right?
Just the conveyor belts in different areas are. And
that's why OSHA is there, to create those rules and to make the plants and the factories safer for people.
Yeah. That's disheartening.
You mentioned this earlier, Aprylete. Are scented candles safe to constantly breathe in? And most candles, they say, are not. Most candles are heavily scented with fragrances made up of hundreds of chemicals, including some that it could interfere with our hormones or irritate the lungs. Experts caution that candles, like anything else you're burning, release chemicals into the air, which can be a major problem for kids or those with lung issues. There's some evidence suggests that for people who have pre-existing lung conditions or for other sort of susceptible individuals like children, that higher concentrations of particulate matter can lead to some negative lung effects and pulmonary effects. If the candle burning, in addition to smoking and cooking going on in your house, so you got the candles going, you got somebody that's frying up something, and you got that stuff in the air as well. And if that's all going at once, they say that many more chemicals in the air is that much more a person is exposed to, and that can be dangerous. If you have a chronic lung condition, you're always might be more sensitive to different chemicals, and so you just have to be wary of the different things that you're putting into your environment. And that you don't think about it like when you have babies in the house, and you might have them, might have a smelly diaper pail or something like that. And so you have something, well, let's put a candle. The baby won't get to the candle. You put something like that there. And I can't do soy. Robin Savage says use soy candles.
Why can't you burn soy? What does that mean?
I have a predilection to soy and my hormones.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now, how'd you know that? Trial and error? Wow.
I was told I was quite yeah.
Well, Alicia Keys, she has a candle line, I believe. That's like a natural. I don't know exactly the name of her or anything like that, but I know she has like some natural candles and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have friends that and they they're always like, here's some soy, but I can't.
Yeah. Those things are expensive though. Like
they are.
50.
They are. You have other people making comments, Yolanda?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, here we come to my favorite part now.
Yogi's Jewels?
No.
Oh.
The entertainment.
Oh.
Because we're talking about something that you mentioned earlier. Congratulations to rocker Lenny Kravitz on his recent award of a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He talked about how he, used to walk along the streets there in Hollywood, and the big entertainers that he was a fan of, and said, I wonder one day if I will be here, one of those kind of things. He came from a Hollywood family. His dad was a big producer. His mom was Roxy Roker, who played Helen Willis on The Jeffersons, and so he grew up in Hollywood. So you would think that he was accustomed, but he was really awestruck by a lot of these people. Among those attending were his daughter Zoe and his good friend Denzel Washington. So check this out. Denzel said that he and Lenny had been friends for 30 years. He said God has blessed him with an unbelievable talent, but even more so with an unbelievable heart. We are brothers. I love Lenny Kravitz. I love Lenny Kravitz like I've loved no other brother in my life.
Oh
Mm,
my
I love
goodness,
that.
that's beautiful.
So, and then when your kid says, really nice things about you, Zoe had some lovely words with her dad.
That was so cute.
What's cool about you is not what people think is cool about you. Your radness doesn't come from your shades or leather pants or your knitted shirts. He said a shirt's not wearing is not worth wearing if they can't see your nipples. It comes from your true love of life. Everything you do is an expression of that love. Your music, your lyrics, your live performances, your homes, your love of food. A family of good conversations, stupid jokes, dance parties, late night kitchen talks. You absolutely devour life.
Ooh, I love that.
How
What a
great is
devourer.
that you have had that kind of effect on people? They would say things like that about you.
That's
Mhm.
incredible.
It really is. It
And
really
that
is.
your kid can see you like that.
Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah.
That
And
says a lot.
yeah, yeah.
And do I got enough time to get it right? I need some people to say some good things about me.
Smart, Aprilette.
It's not difficult, April.
Okay, all right. Just let me know something.
And if you pay well enough, I can start right now. Yolanda, it's time for Yogi's Jewel.
Oh, is it that time already? Yes, it
Oh,
is. All right. So this week, I really needed this for me. Most of the jewels, Sybil, are for me that I speak to myself on a regular basis, and I'm trying to be gentle. And I have a girlfriend that I spent time with on Sunday, and I feel really bad about because I am consistently who I am. And I don't understand why my friends are my friends. I really don't. Because I give I am one lane. Well, I wasn't as gentle as in retrospect that no, I probably would be the same. But than what she needed. So, April, you got different people in your life for different reasons. So you know who to come to for different reasons.
true.
So for Yolanda, a gentle approach is what we did this week. So today's is a gentle approach to oneself is an act of self-love.
Mm.
So be gentle with yourself.
So you said a gentle approach to
To
oneself
yourself. A
mm,
gentle approach to yourself
is an act of
is an
self love.
act of self-love.
Okay. I thought you meant to others, but you're
No, to
self.
yourself.
You start there, and then your gentle approach is kind of, like a rock upon the water, kind of, the
Yeah,
ripple.
you receive what you give out. So
Yeah.
you have it inside and then love
Yeah.
it.
But
Okay.
just be gentle. And I tell you this, and the fact that didn't resonate, I'm not doing a good job because I tell you all the time, just be gentle with yourself. It's okay
Hmm.
Right.
to just be gentle with yourself. But when you're gentle with yourself, that's an act of loving on
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Just give yourself a break. And
Absolutely.
you go do some messed up stuff, but you go do some good stuff.
But I took all of these messages, these
You did every
every
day she
day.
read them. All right, Yolanda. I was like,
That's not the
oh
way
man.
I said it. That's not the way I said it. I
Okay,
said,
well
How
maybe
did you
that's the
I
way
say
I
it?
get,
heard it.
I get it, Yolanda. Okay, message received.
That is the
Okay,
way you said it. You're right. You did say it that way.
and
And I had a choice to hear it. That ain't that I hear you, girl. You don't have to always come at me when you're doing all.
I
That's not what
don't
you
even
did.
speak
Oh,
like that.
she doesn't
You
sound
didn't do
like
all
that
of
at
that with your
all.
hands and all of that.
No,
That
And
is
your
not
neck.
her.
I don't work my neck. I do
Except
like this.
I don't work my neck.
I'm like the governor of New York. I just do this.
Y'all are cutting up
you
today.
are silly. Oh God, you silly.
But I do take these, and sometimes she won't admit that they're for me, but I think that they are. And I had a particular occasion this week where I really and after the show I was like, okay, I get it, I get it.
Mhm.
I get it. All right, get out there. I don't,
That's not what you did.
I don't speak
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay.
I laughed a lot, but I don't speak like that.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Aprylette, you're a delight. Thank you for putting up with a lot of our foolishness today.
I love it.
And I think there will be many more drinks coming your way as a result of days like this with us. I appreciate your dealing with us. And Yolanda, I got to tell you, I like the "Would You Rather" segment.
Yes.
Okay, that was good. We
Great.
got a lot of good response that we should do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
I love that.
All
All right.
right. Great. Ladies, have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you all again soon. Aloha.
Thank you, Sybil.